Greg Pak. Welcome to Invest Comics. You're watching FIC.
Hi, I'm Shaun from Panic Faces. Nailed it!
And I'm Sebastian from InvestComics.com. And this is FIC, our pre-Free Comic Book Day.
Nailed it!
Free Comic Book Day episode.
A lot of stuff happened the week before.
You missed it. It was good
It'll
stuff.
wind up somewhere. Alright. Woo, comic books.
Woo!
Earth 2.
Oh my
Whoa!
God! Earth 2 is already better than the entire New 52 Earth.
I don't know where this came from.
Found an Earth I like.
Yeah, this was amazing. This was all Justice League 1 through 6 into one issue.
Oh, yeah, and this is how we do it.
I will say this was really, really good.
So good.
This was probably the best.
And I was worried because I was not a big fan of Robertson's
JLA run. Yeah, didn't like it at all.
Robertson's last couple anythings. But
this redeems
he
it.
was saving it all for this.
And
Good call, sir.
Nicola Scott
Good
owned
call.
it.
Oh yeah, it's Nicola Scott. Yeah, it's not like she can draw anything bad. Even if you couldn't pay her to draw something bad. So good.
And then that
So
goes
good.
into World's Finest, Huntress and Power Girl.
So good.
So
Continuation of so good.
It's so good. You got to read this after Earth 2. But oh man, it's just what.
You get the Now is drawn by George Perez. Ooh. The Then is drawn by Kevin McGuire. Kevin McGuire. I'm happy. I'm happy. It's Kevin McGuire. And the story. So good.
So good.
So good. So good.
Avengers vs. X-Men 3. Story's good. The art's not good. And I feel like I missed something. Like I missed reading a book somewhere in here.
What happened was exactly what I knew was going to happen. Everybody, and by everybody I mostly mean
Me?
No, like
all right, not me.
some of those other comic news sites, you don't
have to drop names.
Yeah, we won't say them. All the rest of them, really, making a big deal of is Wolverine trading site? It was exactly what you knew was going to happen.
Yep.
One person likes to kill people as a solution. The other person thinks that's a bad idea. They fight what they want to do. Right, execution. No pun intended.
I get it.
They disagree. It's not, Ooh.
Avengers Academy 29.
Really good.
I almost said 23. AVX crossover.
Really good. Really, really good. You got
Okay, so the cover art scared me for a second.
you got Tom Grummett doing the artwork. You didn't read this one?
Nope. I'm going back to trade. I read Carl and Jim Ferns in issues. Back to trade.
Really good. Really gets down. As always, Christos Gage can just dive in and get to the heart of characters and the heart of things.
Oh,
and
hey, look
there's
at that.
there's an homage to a classic X-Men cover with the role reversed instead of the. Oh, it's really clever, really well done, and the story is really, really good. You really, these characters are real people. They're not just we're gonna fight. It's good.
Valiant's back. Exo MANOWAR #1.
Off to a good start with the Valiant. Did you read this one?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
That was good. Just seemed like a lot more should have happened a lot faster, but I still liked it.
Did you like Justice League, but you think that something should have happened faster? And really.
It just seemed that is a preview for something else. I'm like, I don't remember reading this part.
That's the Harbinger preview.
It just seemed.
I'm still waiting for something to happen in Justice League.
That should have happened sooner. Like that should have been the halfway point of the book.
No, this is good because you got
really, really good.
You got some history, you got some character development, you got some, Last time I thought it happened a little too quick with the and then he touches this and now he knows. But no, Robert Venditti is so good and Karen Nord, beautiful, so good.
Boy 66. I don't know what happened because I read in trade, but all I can say is every customer's reaction. Holy foop.
The last issue was the holy foop, and I forgot to bring it. We never reviewed it. So last issue hit the fan. This issue starting off the final story arc, and ooh, sometimes you look a little too long into the abyss, and the abyss starts looking into you and all that stuff. Butcher may have been looking in that abyss a little too long. Just throwing that out there.
Detective Comics and Batwing, Night of Owls crossovers.
Night of Owls.
Woo! This is the first Batwing issue I've read since issue 1, and it was pretty good. I feel like I need to know a little bit about it, but no, you can just jump right in.
But I've been reading it the whole time, and I loved it.
Yep.
And
it was really good.
The art is gorgeous. The story is good. It's really good.
Lucius is in it, so all you Lucius
makes
fans, all 8 of you.
Yeah, makes a really good tie-in, and
I'll still hold it up.
Oh yeah, and it's just really good.
Detective Comics number 9.
Made a really okay tie-in.
I feel like this should have come out after Batman, because Batman's just like, hey, Batman, I'm in Arkham stopping this.
Yeah.
It was just like,
weren't you surrounded by 80 million?
Yeah. So I think you should probably read this
Guys,
after Batman.
Wait here. I'll fight you in a minute.
I'll be right back.
I gotta take this.
Gotta go to Arkham. But another good... So far, the crossover has been working out really well for him. So. Ultimate Spider-Man number 10.
Really good.
Awesome.
That's really good.
I continue to love everything about this story.
It's like, you know, for everything, as it's been known, if you've watched any more than one episode of this, you know that we're not exactly...
Don't like Bendis at all. There you go.
Fine.
Could care less about most of his stuff. This is doing good.
I'm just not the biggest Bendis fan. He really can't stand. But this makes up for all of it right
so
here.
Good.
This has just been so good.
Oh, I didn't know it was Marquez, I guess, is drawing it.
And I
totally
really like. I think the whole connection of, you know, Prowler, classic Spidey villain in the 616. I hate saying that. That's okay, 616. But the connection between Prowler and Miles Morales Spider-Man, I like it. I like the direction he's taking. It's not just a different kid being Peter Parker. It's really its own whole identity. Really good.
Wolverine and the X-Men Alpha and Omega number 5. The miniseries is over, and it ended really strong.
It did. It
during the middle, we both even said it was a little but yeah, it ended really good.
I think it did more to make me like Quentin Quire than...
there was a little twist at the end,
you know,
but yeah, it was really,
it was good.
Really,
it was good. If you haven't read that, pick that up in the trade, read it. It was nice with
Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah, and everybody should be reading
comes out next week.
Wolverine and the X-Men because we said so.
X Factor 235.
Look, Shatterstar put the boxing helmet back on, so you guys can be a little bit happy. But really good story. A group of people, kind of like the people in real life who keep saying they're superheroes and dressing up and doing whatever. People who want to be mutants for some reason and dress up as heroes. One of them really feels he has the call, and a couple of the others do it for their own reasons. But they're being killed, and the police kind of think they're a joke because they are. So they hire on X Factor, and it's actually a really, really good story. It's got that perfect blend of Peter David, you know, quality story plus cleverness. Makes it just really, really well done.
Mind the Gap number 1. Chad Vaughn. I had to. I'm sorry. I thought this was okay. I only got about.
I really liked it.
I
really, really liked Mind the Gap.
I like the concept of it. It was just too much for me to get into. I think I would enjoy it much more in trade, where I could sit down and have the whole story.
Yeah, possibly. But I really, really like this, and I know people keep comparing it to
Morning Glories.
Morning Glories, but yeah, let me start.
That's right. I don't remember any of their names already. So
L goes by E. Junior is a brother.
Okay.
Oh, look at me rattling off people's names.
Is there an Ike in there?
Is there an Ike? No.
Oh.
There's a ghost. There's a not really a ghost, but there's a guy who goes
saw
by
a goat.
Bobby.
There's a goat.
Yeah, you got, you know, I got 3 names. I'm already, you know, took you till issue 10.
Ike. Spider number 1.
Surprisingly good.
And sold out and going to second print already.
I guess everyone was surprised. Otherwise, they would have had more of the first print. It's modern, but it still has that pulp feel, which is kind of tricky to pull off. That pulp stuff tends to work best in a 40s and earlier time period. They managed to make it modern, and it just the story worked really well. The art is nice, and I like the various different incarnations of the Spider that have been out since his 1930s, 1940s debut, or whatever. Yeah. But I really like this. It was good.
Animal Man 9. I felt like I missed something, and then I went back and reread 8. I was like, oh, there it is.
See,
it seemed like it was so long between issues, but it's still good.
I really like this. I
like the giant thing. I don't know what it's called. And I like that the bird calls him Butterman.
Yeah.
It cracks me up every time.
Butterbaker Blondie Man. Which is just, I think they should change the title of the book to that. I think it's good.
But this was a lot of setup for, I guess, the next couple.
Now this is the first Jeff Lemire, right? He didn't write.
Jeff Lemire wrote all.
Was he writing all
of
them? Okay. So what's he taking? Oh no, he's taking over
Justice League Dark.
Justice League Dark, which ties in with the next issue. All right. Really, really good. Right. Yeah, you get Constantine. You know.
Oh, way to ruin the last page.
Last page is an ad for It's that same DC All Access that every DC book has. So they are.
This is for Vertigo. It's not even for...
You know what's been making me nuts in the DC books?
Swamp Thing's awesomeness?
No, this.
Oh, American Ninja Warrior, because it's not regular Ninja Warrior, and I was wondering why Batman was showing up in Swamp Thing.
All of that in there. Yeah, all that. When it's on the inside cover, it was fine.
It needs
but they'd sneak it in the middle of stuff.
Yeah, it needs Nagano. It needs Nagano in it from Ninja Warrior, and then we'll go. Nagano's where it's at. He won.
Yeah. Swamp Thing number 9.
Don't interview Ninja Warrior.
No.
Damn it.
Swamp Thing number 9.
Awesome. Poor Swamp Thing, though.
Well, it gets beat up, but, he got beat up for a cause.
Yeah. And, it was a lot. The art is so good. And the panel layout is so great.
The idea of teaming up with a naked chick covered in flowers is brilliant. That's the superhero I want to be.
Daredevil 12, not Omega Effect. I like saying that.
Post Omega Effect. So good. You get a little flashback to...
Did Chris Somney draw this? No. Son of a...
Did he?
Yes. Continue with your review.
Yeah, you have to read it because you a Somniac. It's so good. It flashes back to early when
I know the premise of it.
When Matthew met Foggy. It's like when Harry met Sally, only better. And you've still got
the attorney trying
that DA trying to prove that he's Daredevil, and him still playing it up. And we've still got the effects of after he messed with all the crime organizations, trying to throw them off the scent of that unstable molecule hard drive. Now they said, look, we tried threatening you, and you didn't seem to care. So now we're threatening everyone you care about. Which, based on the crap that Matt Murdock's been through, I think at this point is 2 people.
I'm sorry, I was looking at beautiful.
I think it's that DA and Foggy. I think they're really the only people he's got left in his life. But could get risky.
Amazing Spider-Man 685, Ends of the Earth, Part 3? 4?
Yeah,
84?
It's
15? 4. Wow, 4.
It's okay. Be careful, the middle pages aren't so attached in there. They tried to take me by surprise.
Look at that. Review.
It's okay. That's pretty much my review.
All right. Kirby Genesis Silver Star 5.
Silver Star is good. It's
not the weakest of the...
No. That's the one with the gods and stuff.
That's the one we don't review? I know this one we haven't.
Maybe.
Voltron Year 1, number 2.
I liked it better than the first one. I really like the art. The story's okay. It's pretty good, but
it's a fat kid.
He's not fat. He's in there. He's just not fat.
Oh, he needs to be fat.
His name's Hunk, and I guess they decided to make him more of a hunk.
He needs to be fat. Lone Ranger number 5.
So good. So good.
There's no fat kid.
That's really all I have to say, is at this point, if you haven't looked up if you haven't taken a look at this new Lone Ranger, then do it. It's this Andy Parks and
Steve? Steve Poles.
And Esteve Poles.
I like a Steve.
Yeah, I know you would. But they're just really out of the park with this each time.
Here's where we're
going
going to
mixed review. That's it.
Dial H for Hero number 1.
So good.
I could care less.
That's what makes it so good.
I read this and just thought it was absolutely horrible.
It didn't have a late 80s cartoon. He can't like it. I get that.
And this is the book that it got me with. This one. Because I'm like, why isn't it... What is
what
going
the
on
hell's
here?
Happening? Yeah, those ads kept
Why
throwing.
is Batman and Wonder Woman already in this book? This was the first book I read. I was like, what the hell
is happening? But yeah. But no, this...
it's a cool concept. It's always been a cool concept. But
it's a little less portable than it used to be, the H-dial.
I just feel like there were panels that they went from one panel to another and they didn't explain everything as well as they could have. That is my complaint with it. It just felt like stuff was out of order on certain parts.
This totally proves he totally makes up understanding anything in those Jonathan Hickman books he reads.
Nope. There was... Here we go. Here.
You didn't understand anything in Manhattan's Project.
No, that's why I stopped reading. I could care less about that one. We'll get back to this after the show and talk about that part.
This is really, really good. The concept is good. I really like some of the people he's already turned into.
I do like how his hat grows and shrinks.
Mr. Chimney with a smokestack for like a top hat. Awesome.
It's endless, really.
I like the way he's not, when he becomes them, they're actually like a separate personality. And it's almost like
they take over him.
Yeah, it's almost like like old school Firestorm where he's in the back, but but more with he's completely out of he's not able to really steer them. He can kind of influence them and get them to do things, but he doesn't seem to be completely in control of the new personalities. What was that guy's name? Captain Lacrimos, all right, who feeds off sadness. Brilliant, and it was just real. It continues to be what do we call these? The books where Vertigo is just kind of spilled into the. It's like
Wonder Woman syndrome.
Yeah, it's the Wonder Woman syndrome. It's one of the one of the best Vertigo books to not be Vertigo.
Smallville #1, season 11.
Smallville season 11, #1. All right.
All right. Here's the thing. I watched a lot of Smallville. I was under the impression Lex wasn't around anymore.
You didn't watch the end.
No, I gave up by then.
See? So
wasn't there a clone of him or something?
There was, and then there wasn't, and then there was a clone that was half him, half Clark that came out to be Connor Kent. Go figure. And then there was the return of Lex, and
yeah. So if you liked Smallville, pick this up.
Yeah, I loved Smallville. I stayed with all of it. I got them on DVD. I love this really. If you like Smallville, this is great. If you don't like Smallville, this is still really good. And
it's an Elseworld Superman
although I forget
story.
I forgot. If you don't like, well, so is Superman right now. But if you don't like Smallville, you absolutely hate it. I forgot. There's no in between. So.
Yeah. GI Combat featuring War That Time Forgot.
It was actually okay.
It was like 10 pages of War Time Forgot and then GI Combat. Or Man with No Name, sorry.
Unknown Soldier.
Unknown Soldier.
Man with No Name. Yeah, suddenly for no reason.
Yeah, Dynamite. What is going on? Sorry.
For no reason, Clint Eastwood showed up. No,
The
War That Time Forgot was good. I think this is one of the better things J.T. Kroll's writing for the current.
The art style, it's something about that art style.
Well, the art that threw me is the painted art look. I'm fine with. What threw me is all the helicopters and ships, and even a couple times of the Patronus was like,
CGI?
Well, it looks like bad video game CGI.
Yeah, it looks like 1990s computer games.
But look, that. Look, it's the same one that.
Oh, look at that.
This one is the same as that one. There's that guy again. Yeah. So that some of that mix of the CGI into the thing just didn't work. Either do it all CGI,
don't do that,
or
you
do it all regular art. So that was, but the story was good. I'm already kind of into it, and I like that.
Unknown Soldier was in the back.
Unknown Soldier by. Palmiotti, Gray, and was it Panos?
I don't know why they lead off with that one.
How do you say his name? Dan Panosian. Was really good. I like Unknown Soldier, or at least I've always liked the idea of Unknown Soldier. They kind of modernized it, fit him into Afghanistan, and it just really worked. Both of these stories, I think this was good.
Exiled one shot. It's New Mutants and Journey into Mystery is a crossover, right? Is there another one?
Yeah. It's the one shot, and then it leads into. Now, Journey into the next 2 issues of Journey into Mystery and the next 2 issues of New Mutants crossover. Yep. Really good. I haven't been reading Journey into Mystery, but it looks like I'm gonna. I'm already a big fan of Kid Loki. If you like either,
pick this up because you're going to be very confused.
No, it was really good. I haven't read
I'm
Journey
saying
into
if you just pick up Journey into
Mystery,
try to read the others,
you're
going to be like,
jump in with
something here.
Wait a minute. But yeah, I like I said, I haven't read Journey into Mystery, but I didn't need to follow right along there, and it's good. It's good.
Defenders #6. This book is still coming out.
Yeah, I like it. I still like it. It's still good. This is a very Iron Fist issue.
Well, it does make it better.
Yeah, and it's this Defenders book is good stuff. Just read it.
I really don't know what this is.
This is really more for kids.
If you have kids that watch this review show, here's the time.
This is the Marvel Mighty Avengers Superhero Magazine. Whenever Marvel has a movie, they put out a kids magazine, especially now that Marvel's under the House of Mouse. They put out these kids magazines. And this was actually pretty cool. I looked at this. There's a couple of stories in it. There's some pull-out posters. It isn't 100% movie verse, but it isn't 100% comic verse, but it was still a lot of fun. And then you've got stuff for the kids in there. There's you can cut out the superhero smash up, so you can make one of those. Yeah, you can make Hawkeye's head on Spidey's body with Falcon's feet, and also or have Black Widow with Cap's shield and Iron Man's legs. Cap with Black Widow's legs, just because you could. All right, you got like a little,
That's weird.
You got this folds around, so you got like posters you can pull out. You got a whole list.
So it's
of
like
just,
a kids magazine
Yeah.
from when you were a kid for your
yeah,
kids.
it was just a lot of fun. And then there's like little games and mazes and stuff. My daughter already wants to do all the mazes and stuff, so I gotta bring this home and you know, Loki versus the Avengers, good stuff.
Supurbia 3.
This is good. I'm actually, you know, we were just talking about it the other day about, you know, whether or not, you know, I was sticking with this or whatever. I thought the first one was okay, the second one was a little better, and then I figured I'm already halfway through. What the hell? Third issue has really made me. I'm curious about the next issue. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this now. Supurbia took. I took the halfway point, but with issue 3, I'm hooked, and if 4 is as good as 3, then I hope they do more with it.
Action Comics number 9 on Earth 23.
I never thought I would say this about Grant Morrison writing on Superman, but the problem I've had with Superman in the New 52 is he hasn't been Superman. He's just been a guy. They've stripped him of everything that made him Superman. This issue, this Earth 23 Superman, was so good. The backup was so good. The main story was so good. This Superman has all the qualities that make Superman who he is. If I'm almost more. No, not almost. I'm actually more disappointed in the New 52 Superman after reading
get
this.
one with issue 18.
This was so good, and for those of you who need to have a political fight, yes, this Superman is black. Yes,
What?
He's the president of the United States.
What?
He's not Obama. He's not even vaguely based on Obama. His name is Calvin Ellis, which is really just Kal-El.
Someone will incorporate it to Obama. Don't worry.
I'm sure they will, but you know what?
Republicans will come out.
Really, Calvin Ellis acts more like Clark Kent than Clark Kent has in the last 8 issues of this.
I just figured out.
And the regular Superman.
I just figured out how comic shops can sell any leftovers they have. Obama is Superman. Just put that in your front door.
Just put it in it.
People will come buying it.
Yeah, the backup was that. Is it Cully Hammer?
Yeah.
Backup was really good. It's got Charlie Fish. I don't know who that is, and Cully Hammer. So good. Ties in still to this world. This whole issue is the Superman of Earth 23. Best issue of Action Comics, best issue of Superman since the New 52.
And it's not even Superman. Justice League International 9.
Has actually made me like the new OMAC.
Is that your review?
That's my review.
All right.
The book itself is okay. It's still not great. Like I find most of the New 52 is either great, meh, or then there's a couple that are just. Ugh. But that falls into the.
What's this fall under? Teen Titans Annual number 1, Part 1 of the Culling. Oh, that's horrible. Oh God, this gets better.
I still like this character, Leash. There's a fatality amongst one of the kids, not necessarily one of the main ones, but one who had potential to be main and was at least named after somebody who was main.
Why is she cross-eyed?
Because Brett Booth drew it.
I gotta show Rick that.
Again, there are a lot of good ideas. I think someone should work with Lobdell on these things, although people who love Lobdell seem to really love him. But I don't fully get it.
All I know is once Nightwing's in Young Justice, I gotta start reading Young Justice because I watched that episode and I was really excited. Like Nightwing, yay!
It was really good. But yeah, it's still not as good as Young Justice, the comic or the cartoon. But yeah, it still has a lot of really good ideas. Still has some fumbling executions. It's very ham-fisted. All right?
I was going to make a sports reference, but you want to get that. No one else would.
It's very ham-fisted. It's very tell you more than show you, and the dialogue is still just stiff and painful.
Green Arrow number 9.
It was okay. I dropped buying the book. I wanted to read it just in case. Maybe right after I was gone, they finally decided. But it was okay. I
went through the last issue, and there's the part with the girls, I guess. Like, we got X amount of these and X amount of those. He has 3 pairs of goggles, apparently.
Oh, well, what I really didn't like is in this one he's using these weird guns that shoot. Like, I want my Green Arrow to have a bow and arrows. I don't want him to have these oversized magnums that shoot tiny arrows.
I want Hawkeye from the Avengers movie, so that'd be better.
What do you mean you want?
I want to read that book.
Okay, that's not what you said. You said, and I quote, I want Hawkeye.
No, I want Scarlett Johansson.
But to do that, you'd have to be Hawkeye.
Or Ryan Reynolds.
Or hung like the Hulk.
Animal Man hardcover, or softcover.
Hulk smash.
Animal Man softcover, you do the review.
It's good. It's Animal Man. It's all collected. It's the first story arc. It's very animal-y and very man-y.
It's Vertigo. And
So,
the movie issues in here. Awesome.
it's so much better
really
than
good
the hardcover he's about to hold up.
Justice League hardcover came out this week.
It's just as mediocre as the issues.
No, it's not. Yay! Difference of opinions. So this is the first 6 issues with Darkseid, and there's a whole bunch of cool stuff in the back that were collected in the issues. So for most of the people who were like, "Oh, I bought the issues because it's not going to have that." No, it has it. So this is all. This is all 6 issues, and I enjoyed it. This is a great reboot for the 52 universe. This takes place 6 years before
It
everything.
should be
5
a
years
great
before everything
reboot.
else.
Should be.
It is.
It is a mediocre.
How come I get blasted for hating Animal Man? No one says a thing about you for hating this book.
I don't hate it. It should be more. It's all the right elements. You've got the right writer with the right artist and the right lineup. Even people who complained about
I don't think Cyborg is
about Cyborg, I have no problem with him being there. I think Martian Manhunter should be there instead of whatever they've done to him.
Oh, it's
But
so awesome.
this I keep reading it and expect all the elements of greatness are there, and I'm not getting greatness. I'm getting okay. I'm getting, this would be, generic run of like issues number 623 through 640. It's not new Justice League #1. Grab it. People are going but I think they've conditioned themselves to go It's not what it should be, and I'm one of those. I'll buy. Jeff Johns could write on a freaking napkin, his shopping list, and I'll read it and frame it and think it's great. This should be my favorite book
What if he buys
in
like
the
some
new
weird
DCU.
stuff though? Would you really think it's great if he buys like weird things you've never?
That I think it was even more awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, this Saturday is Free Comic Book Day, so I don't know when this will be posted, but hopefully you get it before Saturday.
If you're local, come here. If you're not local, go somewhere, because something's
somewhere.
going on.
Yeah, we're doing 10 free comics to everyone who shows up from our selection. We got stuff on sale. We got the 501st Legion here, so we'll have a whole bunch of Star Wars people.
Oh, yeah?
I get to hang out with Jawas. We'll have this guy acting like he's an artist. We'll have a whole bunch of local artists.
Because I'm a writer.
We'll have Jim Furn here doing sketches all day, and Rebecca Isaacs doing sketches. I think they'll be here most of the day. And yeah, we're also doing that every Saturday in May. So we have more information on that, like on our Facebook and stuff. It's
get
too
all
much
sorts
to
of stuff.
go through. But okay, we're
All right.
gonna go see Avengers.
Yeah, we're going to go see Avengers. Good night.
Bye.
Woo!